very most important things about this position is if you do one side, even if you get interrupted, you need to come back and do the other side. It's really, really important to stay balanced. Also, partners have a big role in helping this position to both be effective and to help you feel secure in it, because you need to be so close to the edge of the bed or the couch that you feel like you're gonna fall. Your partner is holding you up. You are not holding you up. If you can straighten your legs as much as possible, you might need to move your head up a little bit so you can have the room. So helpers, your first job is to kind of reach under the hips and get them so at the very edge of the couch or the bed. What that does is it gives the top leg room to come down while the hips are still stacked perfectly vertically. If you're back here, then your hips have to be kind of more like this or more forward like this before you can really get it to drop. So this gives you room. This is what's important. The leg can drop in front while the hips are perfectly stacked. And you see what I mean? This is here on Danka where she's stacked back like this, and we're all tempted to do this when we're in this position because we're like, I don't want to fall. Yeah. And so back like this, or that you're not caving forward. So partners, that's your job, is to make sure that they're perfectly stacked here. Then feel on yourself. You feel there's this wing of your pelvis right here. The partner's other job is to hold just a light pressure. The Fantastic Four website, the Spinning Babies website, describes it as a 3-pound bag of beans. I don't find that a particularly helpful description. I don't know what it feels like to push down 3 pounds, but you know, it's kind of like just barely firm. It's not really pushing down, it's not a lightweight, it's just barely firm. So then the front leg, if you want to make sure that the bottom leg is perfectly straight, like this, and then bottom leg comes forward. Now I apply that pressure, and you want to stay in this position for at least 90 seconds, and you'll watch Danka's leg with where it started to where it's going to end. It will drop, and usually it'll drop a little bit at first, and then somewhere about 30 to 60 seconds in, it'll really go, and it'll drop all the way down.
Oh, and you guys, it feels really good.
That's because
even now pregnant.
This muscle, there's a muscle here that attaches in the back of her rib cage, and then comes down her back here, and then comes down inside of the pelvis and goes like this. This is the muscle that's when it's tight, it makes the baby's head go this way. And so you're causing length all the way down the spine and all the way down into the hips, and you can see it lengthening. This muscle really gets tightened by chair sitting and being sedentary. It also gets really tightened by having a lack of alignment in your hip bones. Okay, so you can see when we started, her foot was like up here. Her heel was up here, and her toe was probably here, and now it's all that much extension has been added to that muscle.
Sorry, can you do that one more time where you show where it's started?
So her foot probably started right about here or so, and has lengthened all the way down to here. This is a really great one to do through your pregnancy, because this one is really good to help the muscle to really learn how to release, especially if there's a part of your anatomy that keeps that muscle tight for whatever reason. Doing this over weeks or months is particularly beneficial. Okay, so we start by scooting to the edge, and I use my body to both help them feel secure and to keep them stacked, straight, and then you cue to straighten the bottom leg all the way, and then top leg is down, find that wing of the pelvis, and just that light 3-pound bag of beans.
Can you describe again where you're holding your hand?
Yeah, so the top of her, you'll feel the bony part of the pelvis about on the heel of your hand, but you're actually moving a little bit back from that. Okay. And I can kind of show you on the pelvis there, but you'll feel there's kind of this bony part, and then there's a soft part, and you kind of are pushing down on the soft part, and it's kind of straight down. And if you're wondering on yourself, I'd be happy to demonstrate.
She's totally
afterwards.
tighter on the other side, huh? Look at her leg.
Usually one of us will have one side that's a lot tighter than the other, for sure.
3 seconds. See you.
Okay, and then bring the top leg up and you roll back. Rather than having your hand push right, you shouldn't feel something spiky in the heel of your hand. That's where you'd be pushing right on this bone. You want to go just back from that, and by pushing down, what you're doing is you're opening the pelvis this way. So you should feel that shift in your pelvis, where you feel pressure up here, and you feel it kind of contracting, rather than just, you know, when you're pushing on a bone, it doesn't feel productive. A little bit.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit.
It's so interesting.
Yeah. So you're actually creating space in the front of the pelvis, just a touch. Not much, but what that does is where this muscle is coming from, back here at the back of the ribs, kind of just inside the spine, it comes down and it comes inside the pelvis and then makes a U. down here. So that's what can be like that tight rope that makes the baby's head go like this. So by opening the bones a little bit this way, it's just giving another little bit of leverage on that muscle to release.